Yeah.
Okay, we'll start with an opening statement.
Really proud of our guys. You know, in these tournament settings, the first game is the most important one, and oftentimes it's the hardest, the most difficult. We face the team that the program we have a ton of respect for. Obviously, you want to always start in keeping Coach Mooney in our prayers and his recovery. But the guys fought hard against a team that was really inspired, played well, and our guys really met the challenge and found a way to win against a team that played incredible yesterday, scored a ton of points, and had a game on this court and over us. So super proud of our guys, all of them, especially these two sitting next to them.
Open up for questions for the student athletes. Over here on the right. Right here. Second row.
This is Rafiq with nothing but that sports talk. Thank you for taking your time. Congratulations on the victory. I'll start with you, Ronald Portley III. You came with a lot of big free throws and executed an offensive, defensive end. What are your thoughts on your overall effort helping this team get the victory?
I felt we were just resilient. You know, we got behind. It was tough going, but we just stayed together as a team, kept the team together. We locked in on D, and offense just gonna take care of itself. So I felt like we were just resilient today.
Up front.
Sam Basil, House of College Hoops, for either you, Josh or Ronald. Is there anything that changed with the way the game was going from the first half to the second half in terms of how often you guys shot the three and how successful you guys shot the three compared to the first half?
Josh, you can start.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so. I mean, we've had this mantra mindset, making sure that we're doing the same thing every possession, taking what the defense gives us, and we know eventually it's going to break through. We got in at halftime. No one was wavering. There were some times there in the game where we was down and no one wavered, and we gonna hit some threes, we gonna hit some big free throws, but at the end of the day, everyone just keeping that same mindset, making sure that we're locked in.
Well, the other side of the room.
Josh, can we dive into your mindset? 6 for 6 from the free throw line, 5 of 7 from the field. Really efficient game. Talk about your mindset.
I mean, it's been about time. I've been missing a lot of free throws, making sure that I'm working on that. But really proud of the way that my teammates support me and get me the ball. I'm a big man. I can't really do nothing without them. Can't do anything without a point guard like this. Had a great game today, and so just props to him.
Other questions for the student athletes?
For Ronald, you hit that big corner three to go up late in the game. You also had a huge shot to squash a Richmond run early in the second half. As you continue to develop this season, do you find yourself looking to take some of those tougher shots and lead your team in that way?
I mean, I'm not really like searching. It's just like that's how the offense flows. Like Josh on the early three in the second half, he kicked it out in the double team in the post, and I was just open. And it's like a routine shot. That's the shot we work on. And then on that last three, Coop made a good 2-foot play, drove it hard, stopped, and then my dude left, and I was just the right player. So just taking the right shots, you know, making the right plays as a team.
Great. Thank you, guys. We'll open up for questions for Coach English.
Hey, Coach, you made a big-time run in the second half where you wrestled away the lead. What were the things that were going right that helped turn things around? I think it was like an 11-0 run.
Yeah, we started guarding better. We started, starting possessions in a stance on defense, and we stand our ground in the post, right? And we rebound with two hands. We just started doing the tougher things. And Tom Izzo, a great line that is so true in college basketball at any level. Honestly, he says, players play, tough players win. And our guys were tough. They were really tough during that stretch. They were tough in their passing, their catching, playing off 2 feet, finishing, but most importantly, defensively.
And I know Justin struggled from the three-point line, but in the second half, he had a beautiful drive where he had to finish.
Yeah.
Are there at times would you like for him to do that more when he does kind of struggle with his shot?
Yeah, the go-to guy on our team is the open man. So someone asked a question about Ronald's three. It was the right shot. Justin turned down a three in front of our bench. We ended up getting a Ronald layup at the rim. We're telling him to shoot it. Depending on lineups, we may want to get Malik in ball screens, Ronald driving, or Josh touches on the post. But for the most part, the go-to guy on our team is the open man. You make the play the game is telling you to make. Coop drove to score. The guy stopped him. he didn't score, he passed it, because the game was telling Justin to drive there, right? The game, if you get past the guy's shoulders and no one's in front of you, the game is telling you to play off 1 foot and finish at the rim. If someone's in front of you, the game is telling you to play off 2 feet. You know, if you're open, shoot it. If you're not, pass it. You know, our guys are really, you know, buying into just playing the right way.
Back over here.
This is Ralph, you know nothing but this, so congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
I just want to ask you, when you look back at that play where your team was up by 3 and you managed to prevent the other team from even getting a shot off on a steal, like, what would do your mind when it comes to defensive effort of your players?
Yeah, it was our principles. You know, we were switching everything, so it was gonna have to be a one-on-one play. The play before that, they made it. Matt Grace made a big-time right hook over his left shoulder from the right block. Again, we're gonna do what we do. It was a time in the game we just had to guard our man one-on-one. And if you guard a man one-on-one and you guard him and he picked up his dribble, everyone has to fan out and get closer to their man. You know, someone made a pass and Coop made a play. You know, players win games. Players win games. You know, every loss we have, I've messed it up. You know, the losses are on me. The wins are on our guys. And Coop made a big-time play and finished it with some big-time free throws.
Go back over here.
Coach, earlier in the year, kind of struggled from the free throw line, but today 16 for 18. Did you put an emphasis on it down the stretch here? Because you've definitely been shooting better.
Yeah, I mean, free throws it's personal. It's one thing that as a coach, you know, we rep it out. We encourage it. We spend time in the gym. We have a daily total we have to make. We spend time in practice. We spend time after practice. But, you know, open shots, being strong with the ball, free throws, personal. When I missed them in college, it wasn't on my coach when I missed them or made them. You know, it's one thing that our guys are really taking ownership on. Every guy on our team makes 100+ free throws a day outside of practice, and you know, trusting them, you know, to knock them down.
And this was a third win on Richmond. Did you do anything different in this game than the first 2 games?
No, we didn't. You know, we locked in Tyler Burton. You know, we want to limit their threes. They're going to make tough post 2s on us. We're going to try to make them as tough as possible. But, you know, I'm really impressed looking at the stat sheet, seeing 1 for 12 from 3 for Richmond. The team that relies heavily on the 3-point shot. You know, it's not about, you know, missing them. It's seeing, you know, Roach didn't get off any, and Marcus Randolph got off 1. You know, Burton only got off 3. It's not about, you know, limiting their makes. It's about limiting their attempts. I'm really proud of our guys for doing that against a team we respect a ton.
Looks like we have one more. Over here.
Coach, you talked about guarding better, and one place you guarded a lot better in the second half was, especially in the last 2 minutes, was down in the paint on guys like Matt Grace. Could you talk about those specific matchups?
Yeah, I thought we did a great job the entire second half. You know, I had an on-court interview. They asked me one question: what do we got to do against Neil Quinn? And I said we got to guard them better. You know, and that's your feet positioning. You know, your mindset. You know, standing up, we don't flop, so we ain't going down. We ain't trying to fool officials. Our guys had a tough mindset. They stood them up, they walled them up, and if they were to make tough shots over our guarded high hands, sometimes you gotta shake a guy's hand and jog the other way.
Great. Thank you, Coach. Congratulations on the win.